sequel, Revenge of the Chamberoids, along with Sepulchri Celerati, have an isometric view in the vein of Night Law. Chris's games may not have been particularly original, but they were well programmed. He had nearly a dozen games published on the Memotech MTX, making him one of the more prolific contributors to the platform. The revenue was, however, unspectacular, earning him enough for a new printer and disk drive. By 1986, Chris was 18, and his output slowed a little as he attended university. Appropriately enough, he studied computer science and microprocessor systems. During this time, he bought an Amstrad CPC, a more mainstream 8-bit platform. He developed a couple of games for it, Sepulchri and Ziggurat, both isometric action adventures. It was at university where Chris was also introduced to the world of IBM PCs. He designed and programmed a PC game as part of his work experience, and eventually bought his own IBM-compatible machine. While most of his programming had been for Z80 CPUs, he quickly familiarized himself with the PC's x86 architecture, and by the time he graduated, he was adept enough to start developing for the PC. IBM compatibles were rocketing in popularity at the time, but not for their gaming prowess. They were office machines suited to spreadsheets and word processing. Fast arcade graphics were a big ask of early PCs, but as the market expanded and hardware improved, the demand for IBM-compatible games was rising. To meet this demand, games from platforms more suited to arcade gameplay were ported to the PC, but this needed a programmer capable of extracting every ounce of performance. Chris Sawyer was perfect for the task. He had a low-level understanding of the x86 architecture and plenty of experience cloning games. His first PC port was Virus, 1988. Originally known as Zark on its native Archimedes, it was a 3D shoot-'em-up by DBen of Elite fame. On a fast 286 with an EGA card, the 3D graphics were smooth and the gameplay as good as rival platforms. Not bad for a business machine. Chris's next port was 1989's Star Ray, also known as Revenge of Defender. A classic arcade shoot-'em-up with some pretty nice parallax scrolling. In 1990, Xenomorph and Conqueror followed, sci-fi role-playing and Virus with tanks, respectively. In 1991, Flight Sim Birds of Prey, and an upgraded version of the classic Elite for PC players in Elite Plus. Chris had a good working relationship with DBen, having done the PC port of both Virus and Elite. So when it came to Elite's sequel, Frontier, Chris was once again the natural choice. As it turns out, he was well suited to porting. He had the necessary technical skill and was modest enough to deliver faithful renditions of other people's games. It's fair to say that, thus far, Sawyer was not a huge creative force. His 8-bit games were largely arcade clones, and his work for the PC extended only to conversions. The man was not devoid of ideas, however. In between his conversion projects, he had started work on his own original game. It was a transport simulation sandbox, known in development as Interactive Transport Simulation. Microprose expressed an interest in publishing Chris's game, although they did have some input over what he should call it. So, in 1994, Transport Tycoon was released. It was heavily inspired by games like Railroad Tycoon and SimCity, but Chris's fascination with isometric graphics and adroit programming elevated his game. It was a simple concept: lay tracks and set trains upon them. But the game had unprecedented scale and detail that served as the perfect sandbox. It was Railroad Tycoon, but better. A true evolution of the business sim genre. Along with SimCity 2000, Transport Tycoon raised the bar for the genre. It was a great time for PC gaming. Doom had just released. Many were buying new PCs or upgrading to 486s with VGA cards, and sandbox games were en vogue. Even so, Chris was prepared to go back to doing conversions if Transport Tycoon didn't work out. But luckily, it did. It wasn't a runaway success, but it performed quite well, particularly in the UK and Europe. Sales were brisk enough for Microprose to release a World Editor expansion pack and an expanded version with extra features in Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Transport Tycoon is a fondly remembered gem of the emergence of popular PC gaming. It was polished, open-ended, and the sandbox games that came before. Perhaps that's why people still play it today. That and the effort behind OpenTTD, an open source enhancement of the original that runs on modern machines. So anyway, what do you do after you release a successful game? Naturally, you start work on a sequel. Chris had a few ideas that didn't make it into the original. Principally better handling of 3D terrain, so that road and rail could intertwine effortlessly. But at some point, he became disillusioned with the project. He'd spent the last few years working on Transport Tycoon, and his motivation had started to wane. So, he bought himself out of the sequel's contract and went traveling for a while. And it was at this point he discovered a love of roller coasters. As it turns out, simulating roller coasters isn't so different from trains. There's tracks, carriages, and stations all the same. So Chris's next game would be a roller coaster sim under the working title of White Knuckle. He had some concerns that it might end up as a niche game that only catered to coaster fans, but that didn't matter. His interest had been captured. Work on what would be Roller Coaster Tycoon had begun. Like Chris's previous games, Roller Coaster Tycoon was almost entirely developed in assembly. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with this. Ultimately, code is code, and Chris was just working with what he knew. But over the last decade, the advantages of working in assembly had largely evaporated. CPUs were not only faster, but more complex. Pentiums had pipelining and superscalar execution. This meant that instructions could be executed in parallel, out of order. So it was increasingly difficult for a human programmer to extract optimum performance by directly instructing the CPU. Modern compilers, on the other hand, were becoming increasingly efficient. So assembly was more difficult, less portable, and had lost its speed advantage. By now, most games were written in C++, and assembly was reserved for short inline sections of code. Roller Coaster Tycoon might be the last major commercial game written in assembly. It's more than a hugely impressive technical feat, though. It also happens to be a wonderful game. There are dozens of types of roller coasters to build, and the construction of your park is intuitive. The coasters twist and turn as you put them together piece by piece, and everything is linked by pathways and queues. Some strategically placed shops and facilities, and the little patrons will mill around and have the time of their life. The isometric graphics have plenty of charm, and the entire experience is frustration-free and rewarding. As long as you don't scrutinize the game systems too closely, there are some quirks. It's a wonderfully complex game that allows for true sandbox creativity. Chris's worry about its niche appeal was misplaced. As it turns out, building roller coasters is fun, and no game had ever done it better. This was a game with mass appeal, and the PC market was broader than ever. Roller Coaster Tycoon hit the charts, and it stayed there for months. It ended up being the best-selling PC game of 1999, selling over 700,000 copies in the US alone. And it was evergreen. It kept on selling. By July 2002, it had sold over 4 million copies, and Chris had made around $30 million in royalties. So anyway, what do you do after you release a successful game? You do a sequel, naturally. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 followed in 2002, and on the face of it appears to be a very similar game. It uses the same engine, the graphics are consistent. It's difficult to tell them apart at first glance. There are a host of improvements, however. New scenarios, new rides and attractions, and a more flexible building system. It was generally received well, although there were complaints that the graphics were starting to look dated, and that it might be time to make the leap to 3D instead. Nevertheless, it sold well. Not quite as well as the first game, but significantly enough to end up as the 10th best-selling computer game of 2002. It was clear that isometric graphics were falling out of favor, however, and that 3D graphics should replace them. This was not a challenge that interested Chris, however, so for Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, he took on a consultant role instead. Frontier Developments handled the project, David Braben's studio. They took the Rollercoaster Tycoon formula into the third dimension. It was successful, although I do feel some of the charm of the isometric games was lost. At the very least, the game had been modernized, and the first-person perspective that was now possible allowed you to ride your own coaster creations. Reviews were generally positive, and sales were strong. But under Atari's watch, the series would never hit the same highs as the original. Meanwhile, Chris was working on what would be his final game. Locomotion, a spiritual successor to Transport Tycoon, presented in the same way as Rollercoaster Tycoon. It wasn't received particularly well. It had been a decade since the original Transport Tycoon, and the same isometric presentation was written off as dated. It's a shame because I'm quite fond of it. It's one of my favorite games. But the world had moved on. Chris had already made it big with Rollercoaster Tycoon. He'd made his money and was set for life. Isometric games had fallen out of favor. The advantages in developing an assembly were long gone. And Chris had never been the most creative mind when it came to developing original games. Coupled with a royalty dispute with Atari, Sawyer's appetite for further development had dwindled to nothing. And so, Chris decided to take a break. Maybe it was for the best. The games industry had radically changed since the days of the bedroom coder. There was no hope of striking a rich left for a developer. If you look at the top-selling PC games of 1999, you can see how the scale had shifted. SimCity 3000, Age of Empires 2, System Shock 2 were made by teams 100 strong, with 10 or more programmers on board. Rollercoaster Tycoon was essentially made by 3 people. Chris Sawyer did the design and programming. Simon Foster did the graphics. Alistair Brimble did the music. And despite this, Rollercoaster Tycoon was the best-selling PC game in 1999. Really, it was the last of its kind. For better or for worse, commercial video games had reached a level of complexity that surpassed the abilities of a single person. But thankfully, things have changed. The internet is widespread. Digital marketplaces like Steam have become widely accepted. Independent developers no longer need a publisher to reach the mass market. Once again, with enough hard work and passion, a lone developer can make a successful game. It's not easy. Most indie developers make next to nothing, and the breakaway hit that sells millions is rare. But it is possible. And besides, it beats getting a paper round. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.
A little. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I fiddled with my settings because last stream the music wasn't coming through at all. I would like to share a little music. Otherwise it's just dead air. The stylus scratch. That's not fun to play. Music peaks a bit now. Dropped it a little. First stream, there's always some kind of technical issue. Sorry. Oh, no. It's fine. Don't apologize. I would like I'd like the music to work. But no CL, it's not your fault at all. Quasi-morph. Maybe it's Tarkov, but fun. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get a whole lot of chance to play games, but I was open for it. Okay, are you still having problems? Hear me better, okay. But yeah, I'll have to check out Quasi-morph, just in case I get a little time for some video games here and there. It's usually pretty busy for me around the holidays, because I gotta... It's usually a time when everyone comes wanting get commission, and I've also got family obligations. Oh well. You have to have issues. Those would be the issues we want to have. Sort of how I look at the world. It's just kind of inevitable that you're going to have good games. Still in beta, but good. Good. Who? Oh. Oh, right, it's on multiply. Herp-a-derp. That's okay. TLDR, your PMC who might have accidentally assisted in starting Aztec end times. I mean, a relatable problem I think we've all had. Just happens that way sometimes. You know, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you accidentally start the Mayan apocalypse. Before someone says it, yes, I'm aware that the Mayans and the Aztecs were not the same. I'm aware. Just making a joke. As you do, lol. Yes, as you do. Just accidentally an apocalypse. Feathers, man. Looks pretty terrible now. I'm gonna fix it. I promise. Gonna fix these things. Yeah. Somewhat frustratingly, this means that I can't blur. How am I going to solve that issue? I don't know. I'll come up with something. I think someone new may have joined. If you are new, say hi in the chat. If you want. I won't make you. Fuck off, Matt. Take it back. I take it back. Don't say hi, Matt. Sorry. Anyway, welcome, Matt. Welcome to the stream. I meant Jen. Fuck you. Oh my god. My name is not Jennings. My name is not Jennings. Inside joke that no one else will get. So how was your day, Matt? Okay, let's skip that song. Mario is not synthwave. I'm sorry. Helped Grandpa set up his new computer, not because he didn't know what to do, but because he's in 96 and couldn't read the instructions without his with his magnifying glass, or do you mean without? Either way, cool. Glad he got a new computer. I meant with. That's why he needed me to help read. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm of the opinion that you don't really need a reason to help out a family with setting up a computer. But if there is a good reason, all the better. hear my chair creak? That was fun. Uh-oh. Here. Set OBS over here so that I can get to it easily if I need. So I don't know what everyone else's evening looks like, but I can go as late as we need. CL, you might know this. What's that kind of new indie game where you're a zookeeper and all of the animals are turning into these horrible, like, alien mutant-looking things? Do you know the one I'm talking about? You know the one I mean? And if so, do you remember the title? Zoocosis? Yeah, that might be it. That might be it, Matt. Yeah, oh, okay. Yep, Zoocosis was the one I was thinking of. Is it out yet? Let's check Steam. Hey, Neko-sama. Not much, just drawing a little bit. Got a little sidetracked looking at zoo horror games. Yeah, Zoocosis looks fucking sick. As for, what did you miss? Not much. Not much. Ooh, what if instead of... Sorry, I had a brainwave. What program do I use to draw? I am Clip Studio Paint all the way, bro. It is just as good as Adobe in a lot of ways, and is way cheaper, and they don't treat you like shit. looking into getting into the digital art game, get you some Clip Studio Paint. It's $250 for, I think it's the Pro. Yeah, like unless you're a studio or something, it's like $250 for the Pro version, which has pretty much all the bells and whistles you'll need. And the license for the Pro version lets you install it on up to 2 machines, which I would recommend you hold one of the installs back just in case, you know, like your computer explodes or something. $250. Guess I get robbing a bank. Well, I mean, you know, you do what you got to do, okay? Art demands sacrifices. We give up our time, our energy to master this way of life, and you know, some of us rob banks. It's okay. It's okay. But no, the 250 is just like for the Pro version. I want to say 60 for the kind of like intro version. Trust me, I know I'm friends with a cosplaying idiot. Would this cosplayer happen to like to dress up as Pepsi Man? I know the person you're talking about. Oh no, she cosplays Miku. Oh, okay. I am way off. Everybody loves Miku. Everybody loves Miku. Check out Deepest Fear. Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, that one's also on my radar. Sadly, I do not have the money. Sadly. The gamers lament. I do not have the money for all the games I want. Miku the best. That's true. That's true. During the height of the Brazilian Miku popularity, I drew her as just sort of a joke and put the time lapse up here on YouTube. My video has like 30,000 views by now and netted me over 200 subscribers just from that one video. The popularity of Miku cannot be understated. Ola voce Brazil, yes. One day I'm going to figure out how to actually pronounce Portuguese. got a buddy from Brazil. He can confirm Brazilians love that trend. You know, I would too. Everything I have seen, Miku é nosso ídolo e nossa irmã. I do not speak Portuguese. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Brazilians love that trend. From everything that I have seen, Brazilians are very proud people, very, very happy to be Brazilian, and you know, anime super popular in South America. She is our idol and our sister. Hey, you know, rock on. It's a great way to think about the Brazilian people. Idol and our sister. What I said in Portuguese. Next we are taking Supersonico. Okay, now there's two of them. I know there's Supersonico, and then there's another one, Super Pochaco, and I cannot keep them straight. Yes. Super Pochaco. You can have Supersonico, but I am claiming Super Pochaco. Some of the underlying texture is good. The trio of Super of Japan goes Supersonico, Super Pochaco, and Super Sentai. That's true. That's true. Good pencil texture. Come on. There we go. Every so often, Clip Studio Paint will do the backup update right in the middle while I'm working. I don't think it shows on the screen when it happens, but you ever just see me just like completely stop and then like wave the mouse around? That's what's happening. It's like the update decided to happen. Miku's side, got any other fave Vocaloids? Man, you know, I don't really know. I'm not too familiar on the Vocaloid scene. Like, I know Miku, obviously. And I think Supersonico and Super Pochaco are Vocaloid adjacent. Or at least similar properties. Ah, we're finally landing. Oh no! What's the oh no in reference to? That I'm not super up on my Vocaloids? Yeah. To my great shame. Ah, we're finally... Oh no, that you crashed? I crashed? When did I crash? Sorry if the stream crashed, guys. I apologize. Internet's kind of shit. I got plans for the holidays. Like nothing big. Does anybody have any good plans for the holidays? Oh well. Be right back. Free colada is what? Is a free colada? I'm curious. Weird question. Did you get Shasta there? You mean Shasta where I'm at, or Shasta in Brazil? Where am I? I'm in America. I'm in one of the Dixie states. Let me put it that way. Okay, like, do you get Shasta where you are? I mean, I think we do. It's not super popular. You're talking about the drink, right? Yeah, like, we can get it. Like, I've seen it in stores. Just not super popular. Yeah, we can get that. Why do you ask? You a big Shasta fan? Just asking because I've been getting it at the dollar store. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's mostly where we get ours. I think I've seen it here and there in like a Walmart or one of the other smaller chain grocery stores. But if you want like a really popular kind of off-brand soda around here, Dr. Thunder is the one that most people are going to. And Dr. Thunder or Mountain Lightning, I think they're both made by like the same brand. They're both like these really cheap knockoffs. I hope that's not too loud for you guys, but my roommate is banging around in the bathroom. So, does that mean you're getting into the store? What's your favorite soda then, CL? Trying to cut down, to be honest. Right now, I'm a big Arizona tea guy. Hey man, that Arizona tea is too good for the price they're selling it at. Like, I have no idea how those people are turning a profit anymore. I realize tea is cheap, but inflation is affecting everybody, man. I personally am a huge tea guy. I drink gallons of this stuff. Once upon a time, years ago, every time I'd hit up this restaurant where I was kind of a regular at, I drank so much tea that they would just start putting like the big carafe of tea right in front of me, rather than poor waitress having to go back and forth 90 million times to refill my tea. It's like, hey, here you go, asshole. Here's all the tea you could want. Which was nice of them. I don't hardly go to that place no more. Because I moved. I moved. And I don't live by them anymore. No, I used to go there a lot. Because this was back in college, and they were just kind of like right down the road from where I was at college, and then I wound up getting a job in the same local area, so their food was good, so I wound up going there a lot. I don't know, do you have a place like that? Some place where you go just probably way more than you should? Just, I don't know, get a burger or something. Sandwich place my dad and I go to on Sundays. Ooh, nice. Too expensive for its own good, though. Well, yeah, sandwich place is a little pricey. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad. A nice roast beef sandwich. It's good stuff. We got some pretty good sandwich options around here, but like you say, they're all pretty expensive. The only one around here that I don't like is Jersey Mike's. I went there once and it was just like eating air. Just not a lot of meat on it. Really bready. I think maybe the thinking was that all the toppings were gonna make up for the lack of meat. You needed lots of bread to hold the sandwich together because it was gonna have too many toppings on it. But I didn't have a lot of veggie toppings that I liked, so I just went without. So maybe that's on me. But Jersey Mike's and I are not fit. Not a good fit. Yeah, we got one near my place, but it kind of fell off. That's unfortunate because that's kind of like 2 downvotes for Jersey Mike's. So I don't know. Might be bad news for Big Mike here. Might need to pull up. Need to figure it out. I don't know. A bunch of good local places around here. Got a really great Indian place that is also right next to a Cajun seafood joint, which is really good. I've yet to actually meet someone who did not enjoy Cajun food. So, kind of an odd question. Is anyone here dinosaur fans? And if you would consider yourselves such, do you prefer your dinosaurs feathered or scaly? And why? No judgment either way. Just curious. Ooh. That one a little too hard. Scale. CL Sharp coming in with a hard answer. No hesitation. Scale. He's into them scaly dinos. Behold, an ordinary dromaeosaur. Yes. Yes. Scale. I think it's just, you know, definitely one of those things that it's what you grew up with. For accuracy's sake, you know, the best that paleontological sciences can give us. Feathered. But if I'm gonna go for some rootin' tootin' dinosaur action, give me the scale. I think where you fall on the preference of scaled versus feathered dinosaurs just sort of depends entirely on what you got used to when you were a kid. Not so much anymore, because a lot of these were older folks who have passed on now, but a lot of people who grew up with kind of the slower depictions of dinosaurs, like the pre-Jurassic Park kind of slow and heavy depictions, like the T-Rex and the kangaroo stance. That was also, even if that's what they saw when they were kids, and even when they were adults, that's what they were preferred. Because when Roger Corman made the movie Carnosaur, that's what he insisted on. Even though, they knew by then that kangaroo stance for the T-Rex wasn't accurate. So We insisted on it. We insisted on it. We wanted that kind of retro look to his T-Rex. You know, Roger Corman was the guy running the whole damn company, so he got what he wanted. It must be nice. It must be nice to be running your own movie company, your own movie studio, and just sort of get the movies you want made. It's gonna be me when I win the lottery. Oh, what are you gonna spend your like $200 million on? Oh, I'm gonna start a movie studio. I'm gonna make terrible action movies. I mean, you know, everyone who wins the lottery winds up broke anyway. I might as well go broke making a bunch of truly terrible movies so that everyone else gets to enjoy my wealth too. Some struggling student actors, some accreditation on their CV. Keep some director fed. Cheesy movies for a bunch of YouTube reviewers to analyze to death. You know, be worse things to do with your money. There's a lot of worse things to do with your money, you know. Ew, look at that. That doesn't look too bad now, does it? So a pretty good, scientifically accurate velociraptor there. Now, time to ruin.
I won't believe it, but if it's true, you can see it with your eyes. Oh, even in the dark. And that's where I want to be. You should show fire, and we'll take it deeper. To bury the castle, bury the castle. You should show fire, and we'll take it deeper. To bury the castle, bury the
for me. Crash. Bang. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Very velociraptor. Sorry, I had to get some water there. Turn this back on so I can see what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm pretty certain that dinosaurs will have this kind of ridged palate in their mouths, but I'm going to add it anyway. It makes it more clear what that is. Clarity. That's the key. Jaw there. Teeth now? Teeth later. Okay. We are coming together. I hope this isn't too boring for people to be watching. sort of get in the zone sometimes. They jabber a lot. Oh man, you good? Alright, good. I keep having to stretch. I think I'm tense enough. Come on, give me my click. Damn, there you go. Didn't want to do it. I can probably get rid of this. I don't need that reference anymore. Damn, I have a lot of layers up. I'm on my 48th layer here. Poor computer's gonna be screaming for mercy soon. torturing this poor computer. Just chilling before bed. Hey. No judgment. Stream's not going to go on too much longer, maybe another 15 minutes. Just want to hit the old 2-hour mark. Just doesn't feel like a full stream unless it's gone on for 2 hours, you know? I'm gonna have to come back and flip these toes again. Have to. Color bleed here, so that's it here. That's, there we go. That's good. That's good. Right on, right on, right on, okay, too bright. Can we color burn? That is the right direction, a little too intense. Okay. Okay. So, go ahead, try that. This is my very labor-intensive way of getting that scaly, textured look. tone correct this. Drop that luminosity. Drop saturation. We are still sort of overpowering the shading. Probably gonna have to do a multiply layer later. Hey, that looks a lot better down there. Perfect, figured out rather than almost done. Yeah. Well, it's probably a good place to stop for now. been going at it. Oh, been going at it a while now. Hope everybody had fun. Thank you all for coming out, and y'all have yourselves a good night. Okay. All right.